All right, family. We get paid to read these books. Oh my goodness, man. We are reading Geno in Pursuit of Perfection. I'm in the chapter, I don't know what number it is, but he's talking about recruiting, and this is page 100. So he's trying to recruit. I don't know who he's trying to recruit right now. I don't think he's telling this young girl why she should want to come to UConn, Connecticut. All right. He's going on and talking about, the kids aren't honest with you. They say they're going to come and they don't come and all that stuff. Now listen to this. He says, because that's just part of it. That's just part of it. People are not going to do what they say they're going to do. Like in our business and marketing, if everybody just said yes, it'd be too good to be true. It'd be too easy. Everybody is not going to say yes. Everybody is not going to join your team. Everybody's not going to become your client. It's just not going to happen. That's what makes it challenging. So, and he's basically saying that in recruiting. But he's taking it so personal about, they just not being honest with him. He says, so that makes him mad. He says, then you have kids who tell you, so he's going on talking about the kids who don't come, basically. He says, then you have kids who tell you their goal is to win a national championship. They say, I want to play at the highest level. So that's when we say, there's only one school in America that sells out every women's game. That's us. So it's not like you have a choice to go 10 other places. We've sold out every game at Connecticut since 1997. People are outside every night trying to get tickets. I tell kids, if you are a performer, this is Broadway. Good God Almighty. Not that the other places aren't good, but this is the big stage. If you are really good, you are going to be great here. And if you aren't any good, you will be exposed. Teammates, my point is, if you want to operate at a high level, you have got to get in an environment where you can't hide. Everybody wants to hide. Everybody wants to drift. Everybody wants to do whatever they want to do when they want to do it. That's the definition of discipline. The definition of discipline is doing what you have to do when you are supposed to do it, whether you feel like doing it or not. That is, and also the other side of that is, can you keep yourself from doing what you want to do when you know you don't need to do it? Teammates, that's what discipline is. Now, and what he's saying that you come to UConn, we on TV, the stands are packed, you are under a microscope. They're watching every move, every cut, every shot, every dribble, the expression on your face, your body language. Everything is on review. Teammates, well, when you're in business for yourself and you are on commission, your livelihood is based upon how you perform every day. It's basically the same way. You can't just be drifting and coasting and not doing what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, because it is going to show up in your income. Point one. All right, let's get into it. Now he's going on and he's still talking about recruiting. So, and he's, so passionate. And he's getting into arguments with the parents and fighting, and he just goes, Geno be doing the most. All right, so listen to this. This is page 103. So it's this young lady who wants to come to UConn, but her parents want her to go to Duke. So her parents, I think her mom had went to Duke or her daddy went to Duke or something. And so they going back and forth. So they kind of like Geno is in the middle, which you ain't going to win in the middle between a child and their parents. Anyway, but he's going back and forth. So they actually come to UConn for a visit, even though the daughter of the player keeps saying, I want to come to UConn, and the mama keeps saying, Duke is better, Duke is better, Duke is better. But they come to UConn anyway. So the point, now that was the mistake. They shouldn't even have gone up there. If you don't want to come, don't come up here wasting our time. So listen to this. I can see where they're at dinner at UConn. Listen to this. This is the mama and Geno. He says, I can see where this is all leading. So I say to her, I'm just going to ask you this point blank. Are you going to be okay if Brittany says to you, Mom, I want to go to Connecticut? Her mother says, she's going to have to prove to me that that's the best place for her. Like, what kind of attitude? How can you even do that? Ain't nobody has a crystal ball can see into the future with any guarantees. Anyway, that's something else. So I say, okay, what if she says to you, Mom, I want to go to Duke. Does she have to prove to you that that's the best place for her? Uh-oh, Geno setting it up. And the mother says no. So I say, well, you know what? Then this is the worst situation to be in because you're not giving us a chance. We're not playing on a level playing field here because no matter what we do, we can't win. If we convince her that this is the best place for her, and even if she tells you that this is the best place for her, you're still not going to let her come. So what is the point of this visit? Why are you here? Wait. Now, I don't know why. I don't even know if that was I don't know if that's a mean-spirited question or not, because it's, pretty honest. Like you saying, based upon what you're saying, you shouldn't even have come. But I guess Geno was so amped up and pumped and elevated and screaming, and the intensity and passion and anger is coming out. So obviously the mama defensive, and it just goes all the way off the rail. So listen, by this point, my voice is raised quite a few decibels. And he's describing the scenarios or his version of it, I'm sure is not as bad as actually how he was acting. Within minutes, we're in a full-blown argument at the Depot restaurant, which is right off campus. We are causing a scene. We're both yelling and screaming at each other, and everyone is looking. Tanya leans back in her chair, catches Kathy's eye, says, "Stop him." It is like off the chart. They're going to be on Sports Center the next day. Teammates, my point is, and this is my insight, passion is a good thing. He's just so passionate about their program. Being passionate is a good thing. It's not bad. Passion is what attracts people. This same girl ends up coming to UConn later. Passion is good. Be passionate. Don't be afraid to speak. Talk about what you're doing and be passionate about it. All right. And there's nothing wrong with the girl's mama being passionate about Duke. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think really it probably was the mother's fault, because for real, why did you come? If you knew, I don't care what happens here, I ain't gonna let my daughter come to Duke. So why you come up here at dinner wasting our time? Anyway, so Geno obviously didn't take kindly to that, and he had to just go berserk. All right, now listen to this. Last point, I'm gonna let y'all go. He's still talking about recruiting. Now this is 111 or 110. So he recruits this girl named Liz Sherwood. Now listen to this. Liz Sherwood says she wants to come here. She seemed to like it here until she has a problem with her knee. She has to have a little surgery, and that's when I tell her, listen to this, Liz, you need to lose weight. Ooh, the girl ain't want to hear that. Now, will that help you be a better basketball player? Yes. But I also think down the road, after you stop playing, you will be glad you did this. I tell her if she commits to working with the trainer and the nutritionist and our strength coach, not only will she be in the best shape of her life and become a great player, she will have a different way of life even when her career is over. Now listen to this. This conversation was in October. All through the whole season, October all the way into April of next year. So this is like, how many months is that? 7 months later. No change. Then her father and I get into it at the end of the season. Liz says, I'm not happy here. And I said, well, you loved it for 3 months until I said you weren't playing until you lose some weight. Now you don't like it. What do you want me to say? She says, I'm never going to get to play here. I say, you're right, unless you do what I ask you to do. She says, now listen to this, teammates, even if I do those things, I'll never play. I say, who told you that? It's her father. So I tell Liz, okay, here's the best thing for you. Go someplace where you won't have to do any of the things I'm asking you to do, and you can play anyway. Good luck. So basically, I don't know whether that was officially kicking off the team or she quit or whatever the case may be, but obviously, she didn't want to change. And this is my point. Point 3. You have to find people that know they need to change and are willing to change. All of us have to change. If, I'm changing. That's why I'm reading this book right now. It's because I want to change. I want to get better. And sometimes people don't want to get better. They just want to do whatever they want to do whenever they want to do it. And Geno ain't having it. And some stuff is really personal, like, ooh, You got to lose weight. Oh, God. So, to lose weight, you got to have so much discipline in that. People have toxic relationships. Oh, and they don't want to they don't want to stop hanging around people that they love, but they ain't going nowhere with them people. It's a disaster. People have stuff that they like to do, but it's detrimental to where we're trying to go, and they don't want to change. There's all kinds of stuff people have going on in their life they don't want to change. But there are plenty of people out here that do want to change, that they have a vision for their life, and they know change is required for that vision to come to pass. Love you guys, teammates. We get paid to read these books. I hope you getting something out of it. I get paid. I'm reading these books for me. I promise you, I'm doing this. I'm sharing this experience because I think it can be beneficial. It could help you. But when I'm saying I'm reading this for me, I'm telling you the truth. When I'm saying I want to change and get better, I'm telling you the truth. And we're going to get there. I love you guys. We'll run this play again tomorrow.